CR.
This is an LY production.
See, I'm a black star. Yeah. D.O.K.
Hi Tia, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Hannah. How are you?
Fantastic, thank you. Great to have you here with us today on Black Star Music. Just want to ask you a couple of questions about your process, because I know you was on Survival of the Fittest, right? Mm-hmm. And we've been waiting absolutely ages to have you here on the show with us today.
My bad.
Yes. So now you're here, I want to ask you a few questions. First being, what was the application process like for you?
Oh my God, the application process was long. It was so, like, you had to go for, I think it was at least 4 or 5 rounds, and then each one you had to like wait to hear back from them. And then each one, like, you had to keep going down to ITV headquarters and just, you know, one interview after the next in front of the camera again. So it's like, even from the get-go, you're being filmed, you know? But yeah, it was a long process, but it was well worth it.
What were your first thoughts as soon as you landed in the location? I mean, what were your first thoughts that come to your head?
I was thinking, oh my God, I'm so far away from home. Like, it was like a nearly like a 12-hour flight. And then once you landed, like, obviously the heat, like, that's one of the first things you notice, like, because it's so hot. And then
where exactly is it located? Because I'm not sure about that myself.
So it's in Johannesburg, and then we stayed in the region was called Limpopo.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, and then we was there, and then we was on lockdown for like the first week, and we didn't have no phone, no internet, nothing. Like, when we got to the airport in South Africa, they take your phone from you straight away, and then that's it. You've got no contact with the outside world apart from like the producers, and then you had like a chaperone.
How did you deal with that? No phone, no communication.
No, I just had to deal with it. Like, it was just like, sometimes I'd just be sat there like, oh, okay, wow, yeah. Do you know?
Is it similar to I'm a Celebrity in the Jungle? It's something like that, isn't it?
Do you know what? It kind of is similar. Maybe celebrity, like, I'm a Celebrity is a bit more, like, because they're literally like in the jungle. We was in the jungle too, but we still had like a few luxuries and kind of thing, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
What kind of challenges would you say you came across?
Challenges, one of them being filmed 24/7. Like, you're in a lodge.
You're a camera girl, I'm sure you love that, right?
Do you know what? Yeah, but it's like, at the end of the day, you sometimes, when I filmed in the past, obviously you get to go home afterwards, and then everything's fine, and you finish your day and you go back to normal. Do you know what I mean? But you're filmed 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, you go to the toilet. Do you know what I mean? When you like have a little tinkle in the toilet, like, you're
still being recorded.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, girl. You can't even like just bless the toilet in peace. Like,
so didn't it come to that point where you probably met somebody you fancied and you wanted to get a bit intimate with that person?
Girl, do you know what? Even if that had come about, you'd be thinking, wow, how is this going to go down? You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, wow, is this going to turn into, like, I don't even know, what is this XXX rated, like, kind of thing, because everything's just going to be shown from every angle as well.
It's just going to go easy.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you say was the most memorable part of your experience?
Most memorable part, I would probably say, like, the whole experience as a whole, and probably just meeting everybody, because you go into it and like, obviously everybody is in the same position as you. You don't know anything, you don't know anybody, you don't know what's going to happen, so you're all like just there on edge thinking, oh my God, okay, what's about to happen next? Like, you know, you're just there, like, you know, just thinking what is going to happen next. So you're all in the same boat, but yeah, like, meeting everybody was really cool.
Was there anything you say you would have done differently?
Anything I would have done differently? I probably would have I don't know, maybe, I don't even know, being outside more, because I used to be like inside, like doing, like, I would be getting ready and stuff like that and whatnot, but because I wasn't there for like too long, like, you didn't get to see my true personality and stuff like that, so I can't really say if there's anything I would have done differently per se, because if I had longer in there, like, I would have done, you would have seen
more, yeah,
you would have seen, I would have been doing the most, girl, like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. And did you have any like bad experiences or ones that put you off guard in a sense?
Any bad experiences? Do you know what? The only bad experience I would say is the challenge that I had to do. Oh my God, my legs got bruised. Like, can we swear on here? Is that alright? My legs got bruised to on there. Like, literally, all my legs. Like, even now, I'm trying to like rub bio oil on there and like trying to get rid of the marks. Like, I was fighting for the girls' team. proper fighting for the girls team. Like, my legs were so cut up and bruises that it was dreads.
And I bet you had a funny experience with some bugs and insects down there, right? It must have been
There
quite a
was
lot.
hella bugs. There was bugs. There was insects. There was like even a monkey that like walked.
A monkey?
Yeah. And he has little like bluey green balls and everything. He's like he's like the people shiny as well. Do you know what I mean? And the monkey walked in. He came in the kitchen and he was like, what was he eating? I think he was eating our porridge or something. I can't remember. But yeah, he came in and like started nibbling on our foods and stuff like that.
The monkey.
The little monkey. He was like white monkey, white fern, and he just had these like bluey green balls.
So you made a best friend down there, yeah?
Yeah, we're just about, do you know what I mean?
God bless you. He used to make leave you too lonely. Tia, I know that you stayed in a lodge in the middle of the jungle. What was that like to be at one with nature?
Wow, do you know what? It was interesting because it's different from like going in your back garden or going to the park or something like that, because literally it was just surrounded by bush. And then like there was like this big mountain. I forgot what the mountain was called, but like you could see like a big mountain and you just knew that you were in the wilderness.
Mm-hmm. Did you use the time to meditate or anything?
I did actually,
really?
yeah. I brought my crystals with me. Like I always have crystals and stuff like that. Always have crystals and stuff like that. I brought my crystals with me, and I did a bit of yoga and stuff like that. You know, just to help like center me and stuff like that, because like I did really feel on edge, you know.
No,
like
I can imagine.
You know, it's a very, very intense environment, you know.
So is yoga something you do elsewhere as well?
Yeah, usually I would do yoga in the morning when I wake up.
So it's actually a hobby of your own?
Yeah, literally. It's something that is ingrained in me now. It's like it's natural to me, it's second nature.
We've touched on that, Tia. What I want to ask you as well is about your upbringing. What was that like?
Do you know what? My upbringing was just, I would just call it a roller coaster ride, you know, because it has its ups and its downs. And even when I was on the show, I shared that with a close friend, Jenny, from the show. And, you know, it's something that was a real eye-opener to me, because you think everything's straightforward, but it's not as straightforward. But it's a blessing in disguise if you look at it from a different perspective, because you know some people think, oh, why did this happen to me, or woe is me, but then really when you look at the bigger picture, like I've got to learn so much and I've got to experience so much like so far in my life, and it's just like literally one day I'm going to write a book. And I'm going to just jot down every single detail in that book. Like literally, I've probably got some jaw-dropping moments as well.
I'm sure that'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
With all your life experience, I'm sure it will be.
You know, like classified information. You know. So yeah.
X-rated as well, yeah?
Girl, X-rated, get X-rated in there, babe. Trust me, X-rated is in there.
Oh
yeah.
boy, too much. Also as well, I want to ask you, in your time in the survival of the fittest, did you have any problems with the females that were there? Probably even the males. I mean, any clashes, arguments?
No, do you know what? No, not at all. Everybody was really nice. Like I got along with everybody. You know, even when the night I left, like some of them were crying and I was like, oh my god, like you're crying that I'm leaving. I was like, oh bless. And then
so you must have built a real relationship.
Yeah, and I remember one of the guys, Tristan, he used to wear my slippers. Like I had these pink slippers, and he was like, because I had 2 sets of slippers. He was like, oh, let me borrow your slippers. And I was like, yeah. He just borrowed my slippers, just walking around in these pink slippers. I was like, this is hilarious. You know, but I got along with everybody. Like I chilled with the girls. I remember like even when we used to do our makeup and stuff like that, we'd all be cracking jokes. Even the first night, the day that we got there, like because it was so hot and everything like that. Obviously the producers like, oh, can you like do that again? Go back over here and like start like talk about what you were talking about. And I think it was I can't remember. I think it was me, Georgie and Danny Dyer, and I think
Danny Dyer was there as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't see the pants off him.
No, Danny Dyer's daughter. Yeah. Sorry. What do you call it? But yeah, like what do you call it? So we was there with the hairdryers trying to cool ourselves down and stuff like that. And because it was a sale, but it was just hilarious. Like this little moments, and then at one point we like bumping boobs with each other, and just funny little moments.
There must have been parts though where you're like, I just want to go home. I've had enough, and I want to escape. Did you ever get to that point?
Do you know what? I wasn't there for that long, so I don't know if I'd been there longer. I might have felt like that. Yeah, but. for the most part, because you're in the situation, like you signed the contracts, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like
you're obliged to it, isn't it?
Yeah. So you just go with the program. Like when I was in there, like I had no concept of time or anything. Like you'd be looking to think, what time is it now? And then literally you could feel yourself getting tired, especially like into the night. And then they'll call you to the diary room to like do your end of day diary or whatever, and ask you questions and get you to like redo stuff and whatever. And you're thinking, oh my God, I'm so tired. But because you don't know, like it felt like it was like what 3, 4 in the morning, but you don't know what time it is. Like even when you wake up, you're like, what time is it? Like you don't know. There's no concept of time. So you're like at the mercy of them. Do you know what I mean? So you're being recorded. So it's almost like you're put in a pressurized kind of like atmosphere, and then it's kind of like eventually you just break, like not break down, but you start breaking down.
Realization,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah, the walls start breaking down, and then you just have to act like how you would act, like people see the real you come out, because you have no choice. Because if you're gonna like act, like that act is gonna break. Like that act will eventually break.
Just like in Big Brother, you get people that, you know, they come into the show and they're like, oh yeah, I'm here to be the real me, and then weeks down the line they get kicked out because they're not themselves, are they? So
yeah, exactly.
Similar situation in Survival of the Fittest, isn't it?
Yeah. And I went into that just being 100% real. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go in there being.
Do you think it changed you in a way as well?
Did it change? Do you know what? In some respects, yeah, it did change me, but for the better, because it helps me to be a lot more at one with myself, a lot more just me, and just not to give. Can we swear? Like, not give. You know?
Not give a fuck, baby.
Yeah, like no given. Like.
What would you say has been the biggest change since you left Survival of the Fittest?
I would say walking down the road and somebody, like, there's people coming up to you like, oh my God, are you Tia from Survival of the Fittest? And I'm just like, yeah.
Wow, celebrity out here now.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, like, you know, can I get a picture? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
You know, like,
that's a bit overwhelming for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like, it's like, oh my God, like, literally, like every go, I remember I went clubbing, I think it was like, about 2 weeks ago now, nearly. And literally, the person in the door, she was like, oh, are you Tia from the side of the fit? I was like, yeah, like that. She was like, oh, but like, she was really nice. She was like, anything you need, just come to me. I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, hey.
In that case, I have 5 bottles of champagne or something. And how did you survive in the house without sex?
Do you know what? I made sure I got enough of it before I went in. Yeah, trust me.
No, I don't blame you on that.
Yeah, I stocked up. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And before we wrap up the interview, because there's a few more questions I want to ask you just to get to know a bit more about your personal information, and also so our viewers can have an access of your social media. Would you like to give us that?
Yeah, you can find me at official Tia Latham. That's my Instagram, and all my other links are through there. So all my Snapchat, all my Twitter, and everything is on there, and also my Facebook and stuff like that. So you can find it through there. But my main contact is through my Instagram. So yeah, official Tia Latham is where you can find me.
Great. And what can we expect of you next, or to see from you next?
Well, following the show, because it was really a blessing to be on the show. So I got signed to 2 modelling agencies.
Wicked.
So yes, and so you're going to be seeing me doing a lot more modelling, just a lot more stuff you're going to see from me. So it's all uphill from now. But yeah, I just feel really blessed and really lucky, you know, that I had that opportunity, and just what the stuff that's come from it, you know. So yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot more of me.
So yeah, what would you say your everyday lifestyle is like from Monday to Friday, or Monday to another Monday?
Everyday fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah, trust me.
No stress out here going on?
No, listen, I don't deal with stress.
No worries, no problem.
No, I don't deal with stress. I can't deal, like, listen, I'm young, I can't be dealing with no stress. Like, literally, I just want to live life. Every day, like, I live every day like it's my last, do you know what I mean? So every day is just fabulous, do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm human. Everybody does have that.
What does that involve?
So every day, so I wake up, I have my lemon water in the morning, I will like do my yoga, and then I'll go to the gym. Also, then I'll work on anything, like we'll go through my emails and stuff like that. Any stuff that I need to be like answering back to, especially like with my modelling agencies and stuff like that. Anything like upcoming events and stuff like that. And then also I'm working on building something. I've got a few things in the pipeline as well, because I'm working on something with a good friend of mine.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so that's in the process. So at the moment it's just like I'm setting everything up. So it's just, so sooner or later.
Plenty of things to look forward to.
Yes, girl. Then then it's gonna drop. It's gonna be like boom.
Pop, pop, pop.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, 100%.
Good. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got to come.
Yes, girl. You'll see.
Great. And you say also you're not in a relationship now, are you? Or are you?
No, I'm happily single.
So how are you with single life? I mean, do you go out regularly to meet people? They've got somebody that you're just seeing at the moment.
Do you know what? I don't know if they're watching, but hey ho. But when I say they're watching, because obviously since the show, like before the show, also I had a lot of interest, like no big headedness, but like since like after the show as well, like because obviously a lot more people know about me and stuff like that. I don't even need Tinder no more. Like, I swear, I don't even need Tinder no more. No, I was just like, oh my
send them your way already.
Yeah, literally. I was just like, oh my god. It's like literally, I'm just like, wow, really? I was like, okay, but yeah, I go on dates and stuff like that and whatnot. But until I like find the right person that I feel is the right person for me, I'm a free agent, and I like being free as a bird, So until that right person walks into my life, or I walk into theirs, vice versa,
Oh, that's the best way.
Do you know what I mean? I'm walking there with some sass too, hey babe.
Sure,
But yeah, everything's good, it's really good.
And with the person that you're seeing at the minute, I mean, I know it's a bit of a sensitive subject, but the sex that you're having, I mean, what's that like?
Do you know what? I would put it this way, banging. I wouldn't be like doing anything with them if it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? I'm very much like that. If the sexual connection is not there, bye Felicia. Do you know?
So what are the things that from a guy's perspective that you like him to do for you? Or?
I like someone that's quite dominant, that kind of thing. I can be dominant as well, because I have this side of me.
Dominant in what sense? To the point where they're slapping you and all this
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I do. Don't you?
I'll say to a certain extent, yeah, but if it's just straight,
no, don't show that. Like, don't pull the weave out. Like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'll have it sewed in good. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it don't come off for nothing. But yeah, like that. I like that. I like.
Yeah, it's a big that moment, right?
But I like all that strangling and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Like that,
yeah, like kind of because I'm quite dominant naturally. So it's kind of like, so sometimes I need to be put in my place a little tiny bit, not too much. Otherwise, I'll just be like move. But I do like that. I like a bit of dominance, a tiny bit of rough. Kind of.
There's nothing wrong with that, and I love how you're so open about it as well.
Yeah, you gotta be real with it. Plus, this is gonna get broadcast, so just remember, a bit of rough, yeah.
From both of us, yeah.
Yeah. Give me 5, girl.
All right, Tia. Oh my God. So now, obviously, time is time, and I've got to wrap up this interview. But it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
To have you here with us today on Black Star.